again here on YouTube. We have a rainy night here. Hopefully the rain won't interrupt us too much this evening. Welcome back to my channel. I am Dr. Robyn. I am your sleep health coach and clinical pharmacist. I'm here to help you get the most amazing sleep ever. So we're going to talk tonight, and we've been doing for the past few nights, a couple of weeks, A to Z sleep hacks. And we're on the letter M tonight. So if you missed some of the previous videos, definitely go back. We do have those saved on the playlist here on YouTube, the A to Z sleep hacks. So we covered from adenosine, looking at Ambien as a drug. We went through C, looking at caffeine. We talked about your lighting. Yesterday we did, we did K, we did Kava. So we are doing just everything related to helping you get amazing sleep. So we're gonna definitely go into some of that, more of that tonight, in fact. So I wanted to start out with the letter M. The title of this video is really covering what happened to me when I began taking magnesium baths. Now, historically, I'd always just taken regular baths, just, nothing special in them, usually bath salts, some of the Himalayan salts. They were good and cleansing. And you felt refreshed from them, but I really wanted to focus tonight. We're gonna let a few more people hop on the live here, see if people are starting to come in. Be sure to subscribe to our channel if you're new here and that you know that you need to get good sleep and you're not getting that. We here at Sleepwell RX are really helping to really revolutionize people getting great sleep naturally. So definitely be sure to like the live, send this out to definitely the algorithm. It'll increase the algorithm, send it out to more people to help them get great sleep. So we're going to talk about what a mineral-rich bath is, first of all. A lot of times when you're using the magnesium salts, it's just not magnesium. So they actually have calcium in them, potassium. Magnesium is usually the main one. I see people starting to come in. Hi, definitely like the live. If you're here to get great sleep, and to end any sleep problems you have, ending insomnia, or if you have issues where you can go to sleep easy, but you keep waking up in the middle of the night, you definitely want to make sure you subscribe to our channel. Hi, good to see you again. Great to see everyone that's coming on in the live. Definitely like the video if this is something that you know you need help with, is getting good sleep, helping to get relaxation, calm every evening. This is something we can't go without. This is one of our major foundations of good health. So we're going to definitely do deep dive into what that means to getting good sleep. We're doing sleep hacks A to Z, and we are on the letter M tonight. So that's why we're going over the magnesium and what that means. Definitely be sure to subscribe to our channel as we do a deep dive into magnesium. And I wanted to kind of give my experience of using magnesium. Now, everyone can get this. This is really readily available. We can get this at your local drugstore. It's called Epsom salts. A lot of people don't know that Epsom salts are actually magnesium. You can also get it flakes at your usually local health food store. So there's Epsom salts, there's Epsom flakes. There's also, and I see some people say they're subscribed to the channel. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you're back and subscribed and ready to learn more. There's also magnesium oils that come in, different powders. So it comes in a lot of different varieties and variations so that you can help get good sleep. So one of the ways I'm talking specifically about my experience using it in a bath. So I usually use the Epsom salts. The magnesium flakes are really good too. I think I feel the magnesium a little bit more with the flakes, but they can cost a little bit more, and sometimes they're hard to find. So usually 1 to 2 cups, you can put that into the tub, or if you're gonna do just a foot soak, some people don't have a bathtub, so they're able to do just a really nice foot soak. You can put 1 cup into that. And what this is going to do is going to relax your muscles from head to toe. So if you're having any tension, a lot of people have issues getting great sleep because they're holding tension in their shoulders, in their neck, even in their arms, their legs, thighs during the day. The magnesium salts will definitely help to get rid of some of that tension, ease some of that tension so you're not having discomfort before you go to bed. It also helps you to get a good sleep because it's so relaxing. Definitely helping you to soothe into a relaxing sleep. Now, what I found during day 4 of using this, I found, which was really surprising to me, I found that my mood was uplifted. I felt like happier, just more content taking the magnesium bath. I notice a big difference when I'm not taking the magnesium bath. When I say if I'm just using like a Himalayan sea salt or some other bath salts, I notice a big difference in terms of mood, which makes me to the next issue that I saw. Magnesium can definitely help with mental health. So, a lot of us deal with a lot of stress these days, a lot of panic. Thank you so much for when I see a lot of likes coming in. Thank you for the likes. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. If you are having any issues and you're looking for something to help relieve stress, especially stress-induced insomnia, but just stress in general, you're in the right place tonight. So I notice with the muscles and the mental wellness, just feeling good emotionally and better. We all are dealing with so many things right now. We're getting bombarded with, every day we wake up, it seems like there's some war going on. There's a rumor of war going on, things going on with the economy. We hear about these tariffs every day. One of the things I really want to encourage is self-care in everyone to take good care of themselves. And one of them is by using a mineral, a really readily available mineral. You can get this at any of your local drugstores, is the magnesium. So the magnesium comes in like the Epsom salt form. You could just use 1 or 2 cups in the bath. It will actually help you to get a good sleep at night. If you're finding that you're having sleep issues because you are tense, you're tossing and turning because you have a lot of muscle aches, it helps to soothe the muscle aches in your neck, your shoulder. If you have serious chronic pain, magnesium may not be the best thing for that. You're probably gonna have to see a pain specialist or chiropractor for that. But this is for where you have like your everyday aches and pains and issues that are going on. This can be really helpful for that. Mood lifting. That was what really surprised me. By the 3rd or 4th day that I was using magnesium baths, I had an unexplained sense of really being calm in the bath. And when I got out, a sense of contentment and happiness, which definitely leads to magnesium being, really one of the, it's one of the major minerals that's needed for a lot of factors in our bodies. So that was really helpful to find that really surprise effect for that uplifting of the mood. So we're going to talk about a few more things. We're on A to Z. Sleep hacks. We're on the letter M today. Hi, I see some new people coming in. Definitely be sure to like the live, subscribe if you are looking for some really amazing sleep tips to help you get a good night's sleep so that you can wake up refreshed and ready to take on your world. So we're going to talk about next is magnetic therapy. We're talking about the letter M tonight. We covered all the previous alphabet already. Be sure we saved all of those videos here under our playlist, A to Z Sleep Hacks. Definitely take a deep dive. Grab your notebooks. You can take good notes on that. So definitely magnets can be very helpful. Using a magnetic therapy mattress pad on top of your mattress can help improve circulation while you're sleeping at night and also for relaxation. In our previous videos, when we talked about the letter A, we looked at acupuncture, acupressure. You can actually use little small magnets on various acupressure points for that good relaxation and calm in the evening. So that was the next M we wanted to look at is magnets. The next M we want to look at is mind mapping before bed. This is where you are going to mind map your day ahead. It's so much easier to get a good night's sleep when you know the next day has been planned out for you. You're going to plan that out for yourself. Don't overwhelm yourself and give yourself, 20, 30, 50 things to do. Have a few things that you're going to get done by mind mapping before you go to sleep at night, so that you can really help to, really empty that brain. A lot of our brains are just racing at nighttime. Empty that brain for a better night's sleep by doing mind mapping. The next thing we want to talk about is drinking matcha. Now, if you still enjoy different teas like green teas, some of the black teas, white teas, drinking matcha in the morning time, now, not at night because it does have caffeine in it, it can help release L-theanine for you for calm focus during the day. So matcha in the morning can help definitely do that. You want to do that as early as possible because you don't want those lingering caffeine effects in the evening. If you are someone who says, I've given up caffeine, I love to hear that. Caffeine is a widely used drug that a lot of us are really dependent on for energy. We should definitely be looking at slowly tapering that off so that we can use our body's natural resources and other resources that aren't so dependent for our energy. So that was the next one we're going to talk about. Moisture wicking pajamas is the next M we're looking at. These are pajamas that are usually made from like bamboo, moisture wicking tech fabrics that help regulate the body temperature. So if you find you're overheating at night at all, these are really good because it's going to draw some of that sweat away from you. And it's going to pull some of that off of you so that you can cool down and relax and get a great night's sleep. So that was the next M we're looking at, A to Z sleep hack, so the letter M. Next one, we're looking at music. So we talked about music. We'll talk about it a little bit more. YouTube has really great ideas and a lot of different tracks for you to use various music to get a good night's sleep. Some of the recommended music that's actually been studied is, oh, hi, I see you're back. Good to have you back. Awesome. Definitely share this if you know anyone that has issues getting a good night's sleep. Definitely like the live and definitely subscribe if you're not already subscribed. So thank you for heading back tonight. We're talking about music. So some of the good music you may want to listen to will include like naturescapes, crickets. I have crickets in the background now. They're natural here, but we have a lot of crickets where I'm at currently. So you can use crickets in the background. Water really helps people to get to sleep. So whether it's a gentle rainfall, some people like a more of a storm. They get to sleep great with a storm. I personally like beach sound. So having the ocean in the background and the waves, I find that really soothing. They help to get a great night's sleep. There's also different hertz that are available. So 432 hertz is believed to have one of the most calming effects. You can actually just type that into here in YouTube, 432 hertz, and it will actually take you to a bunch of videos that are made for calming and soothing. Listening to this actual, 432 can actually help slow your heartbeat down. It can actually lower your blood pressure and help you to really soothe and get relaxed for a great night's sleep. So that's 432 hertz. We talked about the naturescape sounds. Some of the other sounds that are related to music, music meditation sounds. There's a lot of sleep meditations that are available. You can actually download those as well. These sleep meditations will help you to get a good night's sleep. One of the meditations that I like to encourage clients to use if they're having issues is sleep hypnosis meditations. These are messages and suggestions. You can actually just type in sleep hypnosis here on YouTube and you will find a variety of different tracks. And what the people will be doing is calmly and soothingly talking you through a great night's sleep. And they'll have various messages that you are calm, you are secure, you are safe, and you're getting sleepy. You're looking forward to a wonderful night of rest. So and these usually run for at least an hour. Some of them run a lot longer than that. So this is something, a good idea to try to see if this is something that you would like. We are on A to Z sleep hacks. We are on the letter M tonight. So if you missed some of the previous alphabet, definitely go back and watch some of the previous videos. Hi, I see some new people coming on. Hello. Be sure to like this live if you are interested in learning more A to Z sleep hacks. We are on the letter M tonight. Be sure to subscribe as well. Oh, thank you so much. I see the lights coming in. If you have issues getting to sleep or issues staying to sleep, or you know somebody close to you who does, definitely subscribe to the channel so that you can learn more and definitely get ahead of that insomnia. So the next one is we're going to talk about is meditations. Now, meditations can last a really long time depending on what you're doing. So we're going to look at like more of a bedtime routine of micro meditations. These are usually meditations that are 2 to 3 minutes long, and you can begin those in the evening as your routine. And it's going to gradually lower your baseline stress. So doing micro meditations, and you can actually start them earlier in the evening as well, doing a few of these micro meditations where you're focusing on your breathing, your breath. You are focusing on calming meditative thoughts. They can even be guided meditations. YouTube has a lot of great guided meditations on the channel to help guide you to sleep and calming yourself down before you go to bed at night. So that was the next M we're looking at. We're on the letter M tonight, A to Z sleep hacks. So the next one we're talking about is melatonin boosting. So one of the things I always recommend as much as possible is to use melatonin natural substances. So we know we can find melatonin in cherries. There's some amounts in banana. Grapes are another one. Blueberries. There's a lot of foods. If you missed the channel, we covered foods I think a few nights ago when we went over the letter F for A to Z sleep hacks. Foods are really helpful and getting that natural melatonin going. We actually make a lot of the melatonin in our gut. A lot of people don't know that. We know that we make a certain amount in our brain, but we make a certain amount of melatonin in our gut. So gut health is really important for definitely getting a good night's sleep. So you definitely want to do, foods that are actually going to support melatonin production, help to add it nicely. Now, as terms of melatonin supplements, most of the clients who come to me have found that they have had issues with them and side effects. I've had them myself. I would have nightmares, kind of overly vivid dreams, dreaming so, vivid and so, really horrific that it woke me up and I had difficulty getting back to sleep. So that is a major issue, which really defeats the whole purpose of using melatonin. Now, there are some studies out that if you're using it really low dose, so like 0.2 to 0.4 milligrams, it may be helpful. The really higher doses of melatonin, 5 to 10 milligrams, is where you could see some of those side effects. So definitely, and there's a potential of dependence on that as well. That's why I always encourage people to really go for natural foods to get their melatonin. So yeah, definitely do that. Definitely, if you have any questions as well, be sure to drop the questions in the chat box. And if you're catching this in the future, the future replay, put some questions down in the comments and we'll come back and look at some of the questions. I'm trying to see if there are any questions now. Okay, someone asked about melatonin gummies. Are they a good option? It depends, once again, on the dose and your reaction to the gummies. I highly recommend that you always, before you try any supplement, you work with your primary care provider, whether you go to a doctor, a PA, a nurse practitioner, or if you see, an herbalist, a chiropractor, work with them before you actually take any supplement. You don't want to have any supplement actually interfere with any previous condition you have, interact with any drugs you may be taking. So you definitely want to check that for sure. So that was a great question. Definitely keep the questions coming if anyone has any other questions. Thank you so much. So the next one we're going to talk about is a morning movement outdoors. We want to get as much exercise or movement in. I'm not a really hardcore exercise person. I'll tell you now, I believe in just movement throughout the day to keep your joints going. You tend to sleep better when you have moved throughout the day versus when you've been just completely sedentary throughout the day. So I'm always encouraging that movement. Morning movement outside will get some fresh air, which is really great. So you're increasing your oxygenation. And also it's going to strengthen the circadian rhythm because you're going to be exposed to that sunlight first thing in the morning. So doing that 5 to 10 minutes morning movement outdoors is really important. Good. I'm trying to see if there's any more questions. Okay. Just people coming on saying hi. Be sure to like the live and subscribe. Thank you so much for coming on tonight. Some of the other things we're going to talk about the letter M. Multi-sensory wind down. I like to call it the power down hour, where this is an hour before bed that you are actually employing all your senses. So this is why it's called a multi-sensory wind down. So your senses according to your sight, you're going to dim the lighting. So definitely dim any lighting. If you have bright fluorescent lights going on or the LED lights, you definitely want to dim that. In terms of noise, turning down noise volume within the house. It should be soft, gentle, smooth music, like smooth jazz, some gentle classical, definitely for that sensory. Calming scents. One of the calming scents that we have today is our organic lavender sleep spray. It's an aromatherapy treatment to help you get great sleep. Very easy to use. You're going to spray this in your environment. Just a few sprays will do it. Safe enough to spray on your skin, your hair. You take some deep breaths, and then that aromatherapy from the lavender actually helps to calm you, relax you, so that you can really begin that bedtime routine where you're not all hyped up, your brain isn't running, so that you can actually get some great night's sleep. So that's super important. We're going to have in the comments section a way for you to get organic lavender sleep spray. It's not available now. It won't be available till September. So we'll have, actually after this video is off, I'll put it in the comments section. If you download a PDF, you'll automatically be added to the waiting list. So we just have a few weeks left. You'll be added to that. I see some new people popping on. Definitely subscribe to the live and like the live as well. Definitely, if you are having issues or someone else is having issues getting sleep, definitely you're in the right place. So again, we're going over A to Z sleep hacks, and we are on the letter M. So we just talked about what it is to have a multi-sensory multi-sensory wind down where you're doing, your lighting, you're decreasing the lighting, you have gentle scents, you're decreasing the noise volume in your house. So you have gentle, soothing sounds that are going on. The next one we want to talk about is mind quieting mantras. So there's so many mantras. Again, you can find so many that can actually help to soothe you. And these are basically affirmations where you're saying, I am safe, I am calm, I am resting, I am ready for sleep. These are some mantras that you can tell yourself before you go to bed tonight. So once again, I am calm, I am safe, I am sleepy, I am resting, I am elated to be getting a great night's sleep. I'm going to make myself sleepy saying that. So I have a few more minutes to go on the live before I call it a night. So definitely if you're new here and you're looking to get great night's sleep naturally, definitely subscribe to the live, add us some likes. I see some more likes coming in. Thank you for giving us the likes, the hearts. And we'll keep going. We're on the letter M tonight for A to Z sleep hack. So we just talked about multi-sensory wind down. And next we talk about mantras, different mantras you tell yourself. And this isn't something, I don't like, a power down hour or a nighttime routine that takes 2 hours to get to bed. These routines should take you 10 to 15 minutes max, because you should be calming yourself down, emptying your brain, so that you can get a good night's sleep. A mild rocking chair sensation can also, you can naturally rock in a chair that's not rocking. I know sometimes people do that. It's great to have that good rocking chair sensation. It actually helps to improve your deep sleep, which is one of the reasons as mothers, we often rock those babies, trying to get them to go to sleep. And that was something that was really effective, and it's still effective for us as adults right now. Definitely have that short rocking motion that will actually help promote us getting good sleep. So more onto the M's. We're looking at more of different things that start with the letter M that help us get to sleep. And we are going to review again. We started out talking about the magnesium and the effects that the magnesium had on me. So after we cover a few more M's, we'll go ahead and recap, because I see some new people coming on right now. So one of the M's is mango snack. So you can use some fresh mangoes. A lot of times, or certain times of year, you could probably only find them frozen. They contain a good amount of vitamin B6, which helps you to get good sleep. And this is needed to actually produce serotonin. I just made myself thirsty. I think I'm gonna make a mango smoothie before I go to bed here. So you wanna pair this with a small amount of protein to help support hormone production without spiking your blood sugars. So you can put, have a small amount of cheese, or if you have some other type of protein that you like to have. I always tell people too, when you're drinking smoothies before bed, nighttime teas before bed, don't ever drink the full liquid amount, or you may have issues where you're going to have to get up and use the bathroom. So that's going to totally defeat the purpose of doing that. So definitely look for that. So be sure to drop any questions you have. I'm trying to see if there are any new questions. What are some ingredients you could put? Okay, that's a good question. She asked, what are some ingredients you can put in your smoothie for a bedtime smoothie? So bananas have natural, definitely melatonin in them. You could add cherries, even if this is the time of the year where cherries aren't around, some frozen cherries. I love grapes. In fact, I make a smoothie that has grapes. It has cherry in it and blueberry. It's delicious. It is so yummy. It's very good. I don't use a lot of liquid in it because I don't want to have to get up and use the bathroom. The melatonin from the grapes, which is one reason why people get drowsy when they have wine. The melatonin from the grapes and the cherries can definitely help you get a really good night's sleep. So yeah, that was a good question we put in some of the smoothies. Okay, so we'll go back to some of the other things. Is a manual scalp stimulation. This is where you're going to be doing a scalp massage. So this is going to increase blood flow through the head and stimulates your different relaxation pathways. Once again, you don't have to do this for a long time before you go to bed. This can be something like a 30-second scalp massage that you're giving yourself. The next M I want to talk about is just massage in general. Even if you don't have someone there to give you a massage, you can do your own massage with your own hands. You can massage your shoulders to release tension. I know that's where I usually do my massage, because I hold a lot of tension there, both shoulders. You can actually shoulder if you hold tension in your jaw area before going to bed. You can definitely massage that area. We already talked about the scalp. The neck can hold different tension areas. And if you have other areas on your body that are causing you to really hold that tension, causing discomfort so that you can't get a good night's sleep, definitely massage. A self-massage is very effective as well. So the next one we're going to talk about is a morning mind dump. Now, we always talk about a nighttime mind dump, but unloading in the morning so that you can focus on what you're going to do during the day. It's just going to help overall reduce your stress levels during the day. It's going to prevent also overnight bedtime overthinking. A lot of people just tend to overthink. And I know we tend to overthink, we tend to double guess, triple guess, quadruple guess ourselves over and over again. This is something we definitely want to get away from. Definitely free your mind from that. And you can do this in the morning with a morning mind dump as well. And we've already talked about if your mind is racing so fast at night, dump that stuff out onto paper so that you can get it off of your mind, literally getting it off of your chest for a good night's sleep. Next one is a minimalist sleep space. Now I know minimalism is really popular now on YouTube, not having a whole bunch of stuff. I've actually just recently, I'm so proud of myself, I did some summertime decluttering to get ready for back to school that's coming up real soon here. Minimalist space will help you to get to sleep a lot faster and quicker and stay asleep. When we are sleeping with a lot of clutter, that clutter tends to be on our brain and really affects our mental health. You want to definitely declutter on a regular basis, removing unnecessary items from your bedroom. And this can actually lower your subconscious mental stimulation. It's hard to get to sleep when we're overly stimulated by all of the stuff in our room. So definitely minimalist is definitely what we want to look at for that. I see some new people popping on the live. Definitely like the live, subscribe if you're new here, if you're looking to get the most amazing sleep, if you're having any issues with your sleep right now, if you're having stress-induced insomnia. I know it's a lot of stress going on in the world right now. Trust me, I definitely know what's going on. If you have issues staying asleep, we're covering all of that here. Definitely be sure to subscribe, and thank you for the likes. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. So we're going to talk next about moist air breathing. Oh, my light went out. Oh, let's see. Oh, I need to charge that. So we'll keep on going here, because I'm almost done. So we're going to talk about moist air breathing and what that does to us, and really getting away from sleeping in dry climates. Now, a lot of us live in dry climates and can't help it. So if you're living in like say Arizona, Nevada, you're gonna want to have like a humidifier. A lot of people have issues sleeping because they have a throat irritation, nasal irritation, all caused from this dry air around us. So having a humidifier is a great way to tackle that. So definitely increasing the moisture in the air will definitely do that. So moist air breathing. Next thing we're going to talk about is, since I see a couple more people have hopped back on, looking at the magnesium. The magnesium especially is a real, I want to say, the most natural muscle relaxant that we have on the planet. It's readily available, very affordable, comes in so many different forms. And the title of this video is like, I noticed about the fourth night that I was taking it, that not only was my sleep improved, my muscles felt better, but that I had improved mental status. And that was a surprise to me. I felt more content, I felt happier, just really a better mental status and just a better sense of calm. So magnesium is a definitely must have for that. Some of the next things we're going to talk about is a mindfulness practices. So some of the mindfulness practices that you can employ include definitely deep breathing exercises. Breath work is a major way to deliver more oxygen to your cells and to help calm you for a great night's sleep. So mindful practices, doing full body scans as well, where you're doing a scan from head to toe, you're tensioning those muscles, and then you do a release and relax. These mindfulness practices can actually help to relax the entire body from head to toe and really doing a body awareness sleep where you're developing a sense of calm and readiness to get a good night's sleep. Let's see if there's any other things that come with, we already talked about using magnets. You have a magnet actual mattress cover that will actually help with spinal alignment. It'll also help with circulation. And definitely if you have any discomfort, magnets are used worldwide to help people if they have any joint or pain discomfort. And one of the final M's I wanted to talk about on our A to Z sleep hacks is the mandala. And so this is mandala coloring. Adult coloring books have become so popular now because they really help you to relieve stress. Ultimately, most people who come to me have stress-induced insomnia. So employing something like this is a super great way to help definitely really get rid of that stress, get it out of your mind, get it onto that paper with beautiful colors, coloring mandalas, covering other things as well. So I think that's it for tonight. Definitely get some magnesium. Go to your local grocery store, drugstore, get that Epsom salt bath. Get to soaking. Your body, mind, and your sleep will definitely thank you. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.